Okay, you get live from bed me, or more or less alive and more or less live from bed me today anyway. Just because I want to put February in the past and tick off that disaster and figure out a plan for what I'm reading in March, and I figure I might as well natter at you about this because that's technically, I'm going to say, the purpose of all of it. It's not like, look, see, this is what you get when we get... Okay, now that I've remembered how to speak English, let's just stick with the facts. The only book that I was able to actually finish this month that was on my list was this one that I'm not showing you the cover of because the title is redacted. It is an unpublished manuscript by Liana Brooks. I really hope that one day this becomes a published novel because, oh my gosh, there are so many aspects of this book that are just phenomenal. Like the characterization, the world building, the magic system. This is just like an ode to what women have to do in order to survive and have any semblance of power in a broken, corrupt, patriarchal society. And somehow it also reads as like a love letter to hope for women, you know? Wow. I am pitching this as Game of Thrones if Game of Thrones was written by someone who actually cared about magic systems and women. So hopefully one day you will get to see that one on your shelf because, oh my gosh, I will be mentally living in this world for like the next few weeks. That was that. The next one I attempted was this one. Now, I realized that I have been unfair to this poor little beastie here. First of all, I did know going in that it's nothing like the movie. You might be aware this is a collection of 9 short stories that were shoehorned into being a novel later by adding some framing devices. There's a term for that. If you go to the Wikipedia page for it, it's like a fix-up novel, I think is what Wikipedia calls it. It's like the technical term for doing this. Anyway, I realized when I surveyed y'all the other day about me struggling through it and just it being a bit slow, that actually it's not a fault of the book itself necessarily. It's just I'm very bad at reading lots and lots of short stories in a row, back to back to back. I can't do that. So although I was all set to DNF this one, I have decided that what I am going to do is just pop it to the side and continue picking away at them and treat it like a book of short stories and just read, you know, one at a time in between the novels that I'm reading. So that's the plan for that one. I'm not sick with a cold. I just had lots of dairy on my dinner and ice cream at breakfast. Oh my gosh, went to the nicest place for breakfast this morning. If you live in Canberra, hit me up because 10 out of 10. It was amazing. They did gluten-free French toast with the best strawberry ice cream I have ever had in my entire life. And I love ice cream. I know what a good ice cream is. Like, this is my thing. It was amazing. Okay, there was a brief interruption on my end. Where am I up to? I was raving about the cafe, which was very good. Incredible strawberry ice cream. Back to books. I have not started this one yet. Sorry, Anna, but that'll be top of my pile for March, so that's good. I could not start Throne of Glass because that's the one that has mysteriously gone missing, which is crushing my soul. However, one of you lovely people, oh my gosh, went to my Amazon wish list, which is in my bio link, and look what arrived yesterday. Oh my gosh. So it arrived on like the last day of February. There's no way I was going to actually read that in February then. But I have read the first chapter because the first chapter is like 5 pages. So I will dive into that. And then we've got Hefty McHefty Boy here. The Chinese history one, which again, I am so pleased that I listened to this recommendation a few years ago when I picked this up because I am finding this absolutely fascinating. I have no expertise on which to draw here, but my sense is that it's a very balanced portrayal of China's history over the last 250 years, and that's certainly one of the reasons why the friend who recommended it did. And beyond anything else, I'm learning so much, like not just about Chinese history, but also about like world history. And also for the first time in forever, I am like actually having to reach for the dictionary in order to look up words. Yes, so this one is making me reach for the dictionary on a reasonably regular basis. And I am writing the words in to the book. Why not? See, there we go. Putting a little star at them and then writing the words into the book, because this, as we all know, memory retention. And it means that if I ever do flick back and forth between pages to look things up, the words are right there to help. So that's good. So that is immensely fun, and I am hugely enjoying expanding my brain of that. I don't think I would have been able to read this book even like 4 or 5 months ago because my brain fog was just so intense from the previous treatment. I feel like on the current treatments, my mental clarity is better. And when I have energy, it's better. Like I have better energy, but I also have worse symptoms at the same time, if that makes sense. So last year was kind of just like a generic fog. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. Whereas now it's like, I am in pain and I am uncomfortable and I am tired and cranky, but at the same time, I have more mental capacity and a little bit more physical capacity than I was having. We'll see. It's only been 2 rounds of chemo. We'll see how we go. Anyway, that is not the last book, which I thought it was, but I do not have the last book here to show you because it is the random one from my Kindle, which I discovered I actually have a copy of in my Kindle account that's on my phone. So that is good. That will facilitate the speedier reading thereof, because otherwise I would have had to read it on my laptop. And I loathe with an abiding passion reading things in long form on my laptop. So I guess the plan for March then is just like, well, we've got Dragon Silver, we've got Throne of Glass, and then we'll keep picking away at Restless Empire and iRobot in the background. I'll probably get iRobot done. I don't think I will get through Restless Empire. That'll be a several month job. And then maybe what I might do is just get my friend who's visiting to pick either a poetry anthology or a short story collection or both off the shelf, and we'll work through that together because she has volunteered to read aloud to me, which is very exciting. So I think that's probably enough for my March reading, given that it's also going to be quite busy again with lots of people around. I have a major birthday party celebration coming up. We've got guests staying. Like, let's just try and keep it realistic this month instead of pulling a February all over again. Okay, let me know what you're reading for March. Thank you for listening all the way to the end. If you did, you are amazing. Community is everything, you guys, especially in these times of our mutual lives and this time of my personal life. Like, community is everything. Thank you for being here. So apparently authoring is contagious because my child, that one there, is also writing a book. So tell me, child of mine, what is your book about?
Bunnies, and they have powers.
Bunnies with magical powers. Excellent. What do you think is the most important thing for someone to know if they were considering reading your story or not?
The formatting and how you write it.
Oh, no, like for readers wanting to pick up your story. What do you think might be most interesting for them? That's okay. If you can't think of it, it's fine. Tell me who your favourite character is so far or something.
I don't have one, honestly.
Well, who is it then? Who are they? What's their name?
Like all of their names?
No, just your favourite one character so far.
I don't have a favourite character.
Why not? Because
What
kind of author are you?
Oh my days. How would I just pick one character when I made them all?
Yeah, that is true. It's like being asked to have a favourite book or a favourite child, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, why are you writing a book?
Because I felt like it.
Fair enough. And are you having fun writing a book?
Yes.
Is it easier or harder than you thought it would be?
In the middle.
In the middle. Okay, so does that mean it's kind of about the hardness you expected?
Meh.
Yeah. Okay, what's something that's easier than you expected?
The storyline?
Coming up with the plot?
Well, mainly the prophecy.
Okay, yeah. So she has a, like all good middle grade fantasy, she starts with a prologue with a prophecy. So the prophecy was easier than you thought. What was harder than you thought?
Probably deciding the characters and
Yeah, okay.
their personalities and stuff.
Yeah, she has a lot of characters that she's juggling. She's aiming for something like 8 main characters or something absurd like this. So
there's
yes,
one for each fluffle.
That is quite a stretch. So yes, there's one for each fluffle. Fluffle, if you didn't know, is one of the collective nouns for rabbits. So a fluffle of bunnies, a fluffle of rabbits. It's so cute. I don't know how legit it actually is in terms of historicity or whatever, but it's a cute word and she's gonna use it. Any tips for anyone wanting to write their own book?
You don't always have to go in order. You can
don't
just
have to talk loudly. It's okay. I know they're like overseas, but like the phone picks up the volume. It's okay.
You don't have to focus on one part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
You can just skip sections.
Yes, you can. That's right. You can exploit the magic of writing out of order.
So if you stuck in one spot, you can just move on to the next and then combine them later.
Yes, that is very true. Okay. Anything else before we wrap it up?
Ah.
Okay. Wave goodbye then.